And got another guest in the studio. We've had a very busy morning this morning, but there's lots going on across the nation and right here in the city of St. Louis and the surrounding areas, including the Spirit of St. Louis Airshow, which I believe is this weekend. My old friend John Bales in studio to talk about that. John, welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me, Tim.
So, when was the last air show before this one? Like a couple years ago?
2016.
Okay. So is it on a rotation now, or is it just kind of like whenever you can...
That's a really long story, but...
Yeah. I'm sure it's complicated to get a bunch of jets here, right?
We were planning on doing every 2 years, even years. And then we had some issues this year, and we thought about holding off. We'll get the Blue Angels next year. They're not going to be here this year.
Oh, cool.
But we decided, you know what? It's the 40th anniversary of the FA-18 made right here by Boeing.
Neat.
And we decided, let's keep the momentum going, so we have a great air show, probably the best static we've ever had. A couple really rare airplanes, the only Helldiver in the world. Probably doesn't mean a lot to the audience, but it's the only flying World War II Helldiver.
So what is that? What does that thing look like?
It's a single-engine attack.
Okay.
And then there's a B-29, only two flying. That's a bomber.
Cool.
It's called Doc. We've got everything up to the most modern aircraft that Boeing makes. F-16 Viper demo from the Air Force, CF-18 demo from the Canadians, STEM Expo, Camp Spirit for the veterans. There's a lot to do, a lot to see.
Awesome. John, people are probably right now getting their calendars out, getting their cell phones out, seeing what they're doing this weekend. So let's get the nitty-gritty out of the way. What's all the details on the event this weekend? Okay,
it's Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5.
Okay.
Depending on traffic, I'd get there early. There's, like I said, plenty to do, eat and drink. Gates open at 9. Air show is going to be in the middle of the day. Saturday, we're going to have a concert after the air show. There's also going to be an opportunity to meet some of the pilots. So sometimes people want to hang out a little bit and not get in the traffic. Like I said, we'll have a practice. If you see airplanes flying on Friday, don't panic. You're not missing anything. There'll be a practice air show. So a lot of rock and roll and noise going on in Chesterfield Valley.
It's pretty cool. I'm out there a lot in that area, and it's pretty cool when the air show rolls into town because you know it, because they'll be zipping back and forth over you, and just the sheer power and might of American engineering really is a sight to behold in the skies, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've been doing air shows since 1994, and I still get goosebumps. It's a lot of American pride, and the ingenuity and the men and women that serve our country. That's the reason we do it, to honor them.
See, the website here is spirit-airshow.com. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
And I should point out, tickets are online only.
Oh, okay.
But you can't, just like the St. Louis Blues, but you can buy them the day of the show. You can buy them in the parking lot. And we're just doing that to help with the traffic flow with our friends in the police department and transportation, so we know how many cars and how many people we have.
Awesome. So what stuff? What are the kids going to be interested in? I mean, I think every kid likes airplanes and stuff, but
yeah. Well, we reinvented this show in 2014 from the previous St. Louis County Fair and Air Show. That used to have the whole carnival rides. We focused on STEM.
Okay.
Science, technology, engineering, and math.
Okay.
And we have a first-class STEM area with everything from probably 25 organizations, all hands-on stuff for the kids to play with. It's like a super science center. And from robotics to biofuels, stuff that's way above my intellect level. But the kids have a great time there. We also have Camp Spirit, the static display. The kids love it. They get to meet the pilots. And static, you're not looking at airplanes from across a fence. I mean, you're right there, standing next to it, touching it, talking to the pilots.
Are some of them? Do you get to go into some of them at all? Do you know? Do you know any idea?
Think we did in the past.
Some of the bigger ones.
Some of the bigger ones, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you can't climb into a fighter, but
right.
A lot of them will have ladders and stuff where you can actually go up and look in the
look
cockpit.
inside the cockpits.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to do. Like I said, the grounds are really laid out. Longest knock on wood. We pray no rain. Tomorrow's looking like we're getting pretty good, so parking lots are holding up nicely.
Yeah, you know what? Be a great thing to do. We're finally going to have a crisp fall weekend here, and it's good to be outside, breathe that fresh air, and get down into the valley, right?
Absolutely. And October is people ask me what the crowd's going to be like. It's hard to say because there's a lot to do in St. Louis in October.
Right.
But I think we have the best event going on this weekend. It's one of a kind. You're not going to see it again until 2019.
Yeah, exactly. So, what about food and drink? You got all that all on site concessions?
Pretty much everything from beer and wine, soft drinks, all kinds of food, great variety. We have the same vendor we had in the past. We had a lot of compliments on the food. We have plenty of setup, so the line shouldn't be long. And then I normally would say, bring your sunscreen, but I'd say bring your sweatshirts this weekend.
And I see you have you got a great traffic flow map right here online. Yeah, folks, just go to spirit.airshow.com. Everything's on here, from tickets to attractions to their news, all their great supporters, frequently asked questions, the entire schedule of events. But John, if you're approaching the Valley, you got any recommendations on how people should get in?
First of all, watch for the signs.
Okay.
If you're coming from St. Louis County, Boone's Crossing or Long Road will get you in. The last Spirit exit will be closed right before you get to the bridge. So I would say Boone's Crossing or Long Road would be great, and then follow the signs. St. Louis County Transportation Department, we have cones directing you in. If you're coming from St. Charles County, obviously just get off the first exit, and they'll take you right behind the outlet mall. St. Louis County Police, Chesterfield Police and Transportation are all going to be there, and we have a really good plan set up.
Hey, last question I have for you. Of course, let's finish with the big highlight. So, of course, everybody wants to see the airplanes flying. So tell us about some of the highlight shows that people are going to see, the type of aircraft.
Well, one of our demo team is an F-16.
Oh, neat.
That's what Thunderbirds fly.
Great.
Air Force. We haven't had one of those here in years, and that's their tactical demonstration. It's really aggressive. But even more exciting, the Boeing-made CF-18, that's the Canadian Forces 18. Really cool paint job, really aggressive. We also have Skip Stewart, who's probably the single best civilian stunt pilot in the world. He flew here last time.
Yes, I remember him.
He disappeared behind the trees at the landings at the golf course. It's crazy.
Wow.
We have one last thing, and we have Phillips Aero Team. Sorry, I had to figure that. And one of the things we did really cool. I got to get this in. They're a formation of 300s, and they fly tight. Those are single engine airplanes, but they offered us to do a contest with high school kids 14 to 18 to write an essay why aviation inspired them.
Okay.
We got 32 applicants. All those kids are going to come to the air show. Friday night, we're having a reception with the performers. The 20 finalists get to come to the dinner, meet the pilots.
Neat.
And the 4 top get to fly with the team.
Whoa, that's crazy.
For
That's
kids
awesome.
that want to fly airplanes, I mean, these kids are ecstatic. And again, reading their essays made me feel really stupid.
Yeah, bringing the next generation. This is great, folks. So if you have plans or don't have plans this weekend, try to fit this in. Spirit-airshow.com. Everything's on there. It's the Spirit of St. Louis Air Show and STEM Expo. They're going to learn a lot. They're going to experience even more and have a great time. John Bale. So, John, your title now, you're like the king of Spirit Airport. Is that what I call you? What's your official title these days?
I've been called worse.
Yeah.
I'm the director of aviation for St. Louis County.
Okay.
And then in my side job, I'm the president of the Air Show, which is a separate not-for-profit. It's not run by the county or the airport. It's made up of a board of a nonprofit, and we're glad to put it on for the community. I mean, this really goes back, and we do it for selfish reasons. We want to inspire young people to get into aviation. And I'll tell you, if you are interested in that as a career, there's never been a better time since World War II to become a pilot.
Really?
Business aviation or otherwise, or a mechanic or technicians. The salaries are going through the roof. So tell those kids it's a great opportunity.
I love aviation. I've flown in small planes, big planes. I've got a lot of friends who are pilots. I've thought about it myself. My wife's like, I'm not so sure. But I have flown in just about everything imaginable. And I've landed and taken off from Spirit a lot. You guys have an incredible operation out there. It's so well run. And it's always great to visit. So.
Well, appreciate it. And, thanks for having me here.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed
and who's your buddy you brought in here?
Paul Guzzi. He's our PR. He's a retired Boeing executive, if you will.
Great.
And he's here just to make sure I don't get out of line.
Well, he told you everything you said this morning, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, hey, Paul, thanks for coming in. Thanks for Boeing, big sponsor, I would imagine.
They are our main sponsor.
Very good.
We could not
sponsor.
do this without all of our sponsors, but especially Boeing.
Awesome. Well, thanks to the good folks at Boeing. Thanks for the good folks out at Spirit. John, thanks for coming in, Paul. Good luck this weekend, and keep it between the ditches, as they say, right? So we're going to pray for some good weather, but folks, go to the spirit-airshow.com website. Check it all out. We'll be back to